This is the video solution of XM02, the second prototype, Advanced Data Analysis. I will suppose that this is your desktop. If you are at XM, I imagine that you have copied the files from ubz01 fst courses xm colletti your name here. If you are doing XM as a training, you have copied the only file which we need, students.rdata here. So we assume that this will be your desktop. So we start with MySQL. So you should have HeidiSQL on your desktop, otherwise you don't do the exam. I have it here. We connect to Alcor. Okay, just check that you are in the right database, Northwind 2003 in this case. Okay, well, since you will have to modify a table, if you're doing this exercise just as an exercise, maybe it's better that you use Northwind 2003 free. Okay, checking that no other student has modified table products. Okay, so we'll use Northwind 2003 free. First, you should have printed exam because you need this schema clearly. Build a query which writes the list of orders handled by employee with surname Davoglio with the order's total value. Okay, total value is the sum of unit price multiplied by quantity multiplied by 1 minus discount. It's an exercise we have done already in class. So you know how to calculate the sum of an order. It's something which is not easy because we have to multiply unit price by quantity. Unit price taken from here, so unit price by quantity. Applying the discount. Okay, at this point you have the total price for order details. It's not enough, you have to sum it up for all the products which are contained in the same order. Okay, so let's see how to do it slowly. Select order ID and total value. So from orders, order ID. Here the total value. Total value we have said is the sum. Okay. For the moment we don't apply the sum. We simply from order details take unit price, multiply it by quantity, multiply it by 1 minus the discount. Okay. From as total value, it's so total value. It's never a good idea to put spaces, even though you can. From, and now from what? I open a big parenthesis because I have to join two tables, order details and orders. Yes, order details and orders. So from orders in join order details on orders dot order ID equal order details dot order ID. Okay. We have also to put the condition on employee last name, so we have also to join table employees. So now this table will be joined with table employees. So in join employees on so employees is orders dot employee ID equal to employees dot employee ID. Okay, I think we will put a big parenthesis here, even though I don't think it's necessary. Okay, now the condition where from table employees last name equal quotation Davoglio. Okay, we are almost over. The only thing which is remaining is calculating the sum, so converting it to a summary query. Order ID in field list is ambiguous. In fact, it exists both in, as you can see, it exists both here and here. So we have to specify that it must be taken from table orders. Same thing will be for unit price, which is better to specify that it is taken from table order details. Quantity and discount don't create any problem. Let's see. Okay, for the moment it's not really the total value, it's simply the multiplication of these three quantities. We have to sum up for every order, so we have to group by order ID and calculate the sum of this quantity here. So sum. Let's see whether it works. You have an error in your SQL syntax. I deliberately show you also the error in the video solution. Okay, I think that the where goes before the group by. Let's see. Yes. Okay, this is what should be the result. Next task is to modify table product. Let's show table products before. Sorry. Okay. Which data does it contain? So, okay, it is the data. We have to add a new field with values white, black, and other, and index option. You can do it either from the graphical interface or manually. I will try to do both. So, let's see from the graphical interface. Add color. Okay, here enum, where is enum? Here obviously not yes, no, but white, black. Oh, I'm writing them capital, but the professor will not complain. Okay, index option. How to put an index option here? Let's see. Create new index key. Okay, in this way. Okay, this is the. Let's see whether it works. Okay, so color, null, and you have the index color. So this is the graphical way to do it. You can do it if you are in TensorFlow 2003 free. If you are in TensorFlow 2003, obviously it doesn't work. At XM you'll have proper privileges, obviously. I will now remove it. So let's remove it. Remove. Okay. And edit, let's say, manually. So in order to edit manually, alter table. It's table products. Add well, you can write in the same line, it's the same. Add color as enum white, black, other. Okay, and then alter table products, add index color. Let's see whether they work. Oh, there are some spaces. Okay, so this is the code to add the field. Until now I have erroneously clicked on run. Remember, you must click on run selection, otherwise you redo the previous query every time. Okay, so this creates the column. If you have an old version of TXM, index is not required in this case. Okay, let's switch to the last one. Build a query to show customers with a list of their orders. Export the resulting table to a tab-delimited file customer.csv using double quotation and close. So, select from customers company name, comma, order ID and order date. Okay, from, and not a difficult thing, we are customers, orders, no, so only two tables to be joined, so it's easy. Orders in join customers on orders dot customer ID equal to customers dot customer ID. Okay, I think it's everything. Let's see. This time we run only the right query. Okay, we have to export it. Let's see whether there is an automatic tool. Export grid rows. Copy to file. We locate the appropriate file, so always have a clear idea where you are. Customers, oops, it's capital. Customers, save. Okay, delimited text, yes. Field separator, tab, enclosure, nothing. Double quotation enclosure. Okay, perfect. Yes, I think everything is okay. We save. Just to check whether we have saved it correctly, we go back here and take a look at it with Notepad. If you are not sure whether it opens with Notepad, open with Notepad. Okay, it's correct. Okay, the MySQL part is over. So we save the script here. Save as, not as SQL, but the request is calling it northwind.txt. Okay, before closing everything, we check whether we have Northwind, customers. Okay, perfect. And now we can switch to R before we close everything. This one is not needed anymore. Okay, we open R. We load the R commander. We change the Active Directory, which is always a good idea because R commander has serious troubles otherwise working. Okay. Load workspace students.rdata. Workspace loaded. Put set it as a, and just take a quick look. Yes, it's the right one. Using dataset students, build inside dataset a new vector birth6 corresponding to birth plus 6. I don't even want to use the tool here. Well, let's use it. But honestly, it's ridiculous. Okay, done. Take a look at it just to check whether it is inside the dataset. Okay, now display a scatter plot of birth6 and year L without any box plot nor any line. Birth6, year L, nothing. Okay, wonderful. You can see here the smart person who answered to be born in 1910. Display an appropriate graph to show the relation between swimming and exams. Okay, exams is a scale variable, swimming is a nominal variable. You can see it's do you swim, yes, no. So obviously the appropriate graph is the box plot by groups of swimming. Okay, so you can see that people who swim and people who don't swim more or less do the same exam. Maybe a little more people who swim. bin vector exams into ordered vector exams grouped added to dataset using 4 groups of equal count. So it's an automatic binning. Where is it? Here. Exams grouped. Well, level names, I didn't specify anything. I will use ranges. Equal bin count for... Okay. Build dataset student2 filtering out female subjects. So, data. Where is it? Subset expression, sex. I don't remember exactly, so I will view dataset. Oh, it's female and male, so where is it? Oh, sorry. Sex different from okay, let's check whether female was written capital or not. Okay, well, it was written not capital, so I have only male subjects now. I'm working on students too. Using dataset student2, build an histogram for exams with exactly 7 bins. Exams, 7, done. You must check that every time the command appears here, obviously. It's a good idea now to save the workspace and also save the script. Let's look at the name. The name is students.r, not .rdata. You can see it doesn't work. It's one of the many problems with our commander can have. Let's retry. Doesn't work. So we cannot save the script. We are in a terrible danger. I suggest you to select copy, open Notepad, paste and save it manually, because if your computer crashes, I don't want to be responsible. So students.r, save. Okay, let's keep it here. Okay, sometimes our commander refuses to work in the proper way randomly. You must be able to solve this problem alone. Use dataset students again. So, students. Display the levels of town. Levels, town. Hop. Let's check. You're not strictly required to do everything, but as you can see, it's better to check because sometimes it doesn't work. Students $town. Okay. Build a new vector com2 equal to com, but without all the missing data and all the cases for which favorite is not computer science. So you can check com2 is not required to be inside the dataset. So com2 is com, but without the missing data, and this is easy. We have learned it. It's not is.na students$com. Sorry, I've forgotten a students here. Students. Okay, so for the moment, this is without the missing data, but and without all the cases for which favorite is not computer science. So students $favorite is not, sorry, is equal to computer science Okay, if you want, you can put some parentheses if you don't feel safe. Okay, it should work. Let's see. No error. Let's check what is inside com_true. Okay, the number of people has been considerably reduced, but it's because very few people admit of liking computer science. Because it's the first one, then this one. Okay, let's see. The first one has com equal to an A, so it's excluded. Let's see the last one. This one has com equal to 5, and it's this one. Okay. We see, however, that our command has still some NA, so it's maybe a good idea to repeat it, simply removing the NA in this way. Okay, this simply removes the NA. Let's see again. Okay. There is a hint, it should have 19 values. Well, you can either count with your finger or even better, length com_true. 19 values. Okay. Display a plot of the values case by case of com_true. Well, plot case by case, I remind you, it's the index plot. But you don't find it. Well, because it's not in the data set. So you can either remember which was the command for the index plot. Okay? Or if you really don't remember it, there is a good alternative. Do the plot for another variable. It's ridiculous, but now change it to com_true. Okay, this is a good trick. Okay. Now let's save everything, because I don't trust here Windows nor Commander. Save. And also I want to save the workspace. Always use save workspace as. If you save workspace, you never know where will it be saved, how, with which name. In this one you have full control. Okay, display the numbers from 1 to 20 and their squares up to 2400. Okay, so for j in 1 to 20, we have to display the number and the square. So a good alternative could be print j, semicolon, print j squared. Okay, this is a good idea. However, it is not displayed one next to the other. Slightly better, it's doing something like this. Print c j to true. So you join the two things together. Oops, there is an error. Where is the error? Ah, there is a parenthesis missing here. You can see exactly what you want. Well, let's leave only one, otherwise the professor doesn't know what to correct. Let's retry to save the script. It seems to work. Can we trust it? No, doesn't work. Okay, copy, put it here. Okay, save the dataset, the workspace. Okay, everything is saved. We can quit everything. Don't save anything. Okay, let's check that you have everything. Students.rdata and students.r. Okay, they are here and here. Or you can see students.r.txt. It's not what I want. I want students.r, so please remove .txt. I have noticed that some of you have the bad thing that you don't zip extensions. Okay? Yes, I want to change the extension. For those of you who don't zip extension, change like this would have been impossible. Well, being able to show the extension is one of the prerequisites of this course. This is the reason why I was very clear about the prerequisite. Okay? many of you don't have, I'm rather sure. I will explain you right now how to activate extensions, so how to zip these extensions here. Go to Control Panel. You probably don't zip a Control Panel like this, you zip it like this. Appearance and Personalization. Folder Options. View. Hide extensions for known file types. This must be unselected. Then click on Apply. Okay, now I cancel. If this is selected instead, as many of you have, you don't zip extensions, and I will mark as an error. You give me students.r.txt because you don't zip the final .txt. It will be marked as an error. Okay, the exam is over. Check that you have everything and give them back in the network directory.